Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your hosts, Bob Katie
and John Picarillo
and Jay Schmidt.
Welcome to episode 136 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Hi.
Jay came over to do some cleaning. As you can see,
Sponsored by 409.
Well, don't get thinking that this is the new set, because it's not.
Our budget got cut.
Our budget of zero got cut to like -0.
Wow. Talking about being out of sorts. I went to grab my balls and they were missing.
You went to grab your balls and they were missing?
Yeah. I mean, that was serious business. I always have
my muffins are ready.
The show. Shit, we're all packed up here. I do have my Z-Bell, though.
Well, I think he just... Episode 136. I went to go grab my balls, but they were missing.
Write it down.
I wish I was Beyonce.
Well, without any balls, you are.
Fortunately, the way things are turned around, I'm standing almost where I sit when I play drums for the band practice. So I do have a couple scragglers. Those are the things that are left around here are the things that we hope we can just put in a vehicle and bring to the new place. That's kind of hope and dream right there.
And what did I tell you when we were about to pack the 2 tubs of podcast stuff? And I said,
we better keep that over here.
I feel like that's going to go over in my car when I go over there.
I'm thinking finally. That was a smooth move. X-Lax. I have a whole new perspective here. I kind of like this. This might be the whole get the new
Feel like you're in your soapbox.
podcast situation set up. I think I like it.
I feel dangerous with you up there.
I'm going to squeeze right in here if my thighs will let me.
All right, I gotta get one of these going here.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
What's that?
Well, good thing we haven't cleaned the floor yet.
Yep.
Yeah. I still have some sticks.
The podcast set, obviously, we know must be like a what do you call it?
Mobile friendly.
No, like a what do you call it? Like a porn shop floor. You know where they go into the booths.
Yeah, you don't want to run a black light around here.
Use a black light.
I feel quieter though. Maybe it's in my headphones. I can't control it here though. Anyway, so hello. Hey,
Is that better?
Yeah. I think that's better.
Okay, is that better for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Is that better for
Quiet.
you?
I do love this thing.
You would have an enormous Schwanzstücke.
Did you hear how long
It's going to be very popular.
It's really fantastic. Lasts for a long time.
Zilbel.
This is a good one. One of my favorite so far from them.
Obviously, we're waiting to shift houses because this bank loan isn't coming through.
No, I thought you were looking at me like I somehow caused this
No,
problem.
I didn't say that at all.
Yeah.
Didn't say that at all. But see, it's weird.
It's all working out
I'm used
for
to
the
Jay
best,
being to my right and you being front and center at me.
See, all you have to do is swap sides of the table.
Yeah,
We're all
freaking me out.
discombobulated here.
Yeah, freaking me out.
You
man.
set that table up. I just brought the old.
Well, we needed something.
Yes, I understand.
If I waited for you, we didn't be doing a podcast.
And you know I like standing, so I mean, I would have had to hunch over.
No, I thought you would have taken like the milk crates or something and put the microphone stand up or something.
I could have done that. But
I knew you weren't going to be hunched over or sitting. I figured you would figure something out.
This is the base of the regular podcast table.
And we're lucky you didn't come over last night like you normally did, or we would have been up in a pod.
Because there's a spot for this in the pod ready out there. And so there's a whole ready
The
waiting.
top of it's already up there.
Brought that. That's gone.
We've got the plan. We're just got to. There's going to be a lot of execution going on this week.
I do like the idea of facing the camera in the new setup.
In the nude?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Now what'll that asshole think of next?
Well, then that would be perfect height because then we wouldn't have to see it.
Yes.
I might just be nude below the waist.
But actually, when people are listening to this podcast, you'll have been operated on.
If all goes well by next Tuesday,
Yeah.
the blood pressure's got to come down. That's why you'll notice.
But you got passed by somebody already, didn't you?
Yes, I got past the one guy. There's no reason he should fail me anyway. Well, Jay and I were talking about it a little bit. The CPAP thing, I think, is I could survive without it because it didn't bring my blood pressure down. So it's the reason why I did it. So I'm weighing how beneficial it is in my life at this point, considering I'm going for surgery because of the fucker. It makes me sneeze. I sneeze. Ah, blew something. Plain as day. That's when the first pain came, and I felt swelling, and I had it checked out, and it was a hernia. I'm telling you, I know what caused it. And I had those crazy-ass sneezes because of the damn machine. And Jay's had problems with congestion, and I know you have.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
You
dead.
just don't complain about it.
Well, that's because I'm dead if I don't use it.
Yeah. So, anyway, today he upped my one that they took me off of because it swelled my feet and stuff. So we were trying to avoid that. But in order to pass, get the thumbs up to get a surgery, you can't go down. You can't go under if your blood pressure's out of control, which it has been.
Yeah.
So in case you hadn't noticed, am I missing anything?
Wine?
Hey.
You knocked the wine out?
I didn't say I knocked it out. I'm trying to keep my consumption to a certain level.
It is kind of silly that you drink wine with all the beer that flows down here on these nights.
That's exactly what I said to myself.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what I said to myself.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
And you certainly
I don't
couldn't
wanna
cut out
do
beer
both.
on these nights.
No, I can't because we're tasting beer.
No.
Oh, and I went light tonight.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's all right. Maybe everybody will understand him by the end of the night.
Looking for a little slab and pickle.
That was part of it too. I could see where I was waning.
And when we're recording this, the day we recorded this, which if people are listening to this on Friday the 17th, it was the Friday before, Greg had his little snip.
That's right.
Yeah, he was sitting on a bag of peas, as he said.
And Tom was familiar with this process, and
He did it too, yeah.
apparently sitting on frozen peas is the way. Why wouldn't you just get like a bag of ice?
Oh, the peas is the way to go, I guess.
Because it form
it is
fits?
what I think you're saying.
Yeah, because of snip, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it form fits.
I don't know. I guess peas are better all around for the... Peas are better. I guess peas are better for any type of injury.
I know. I'm trying to understand why. Like, crushed
I
ice
guess
is what you
just-
get at a doctor's.
Yeah, but I guess they're
therapist.
smaller.
Oh.
The peas, when they're frozen.
They're more forgiving?
They
Form fit forgiving.
Yeah, right.
That thing that you have in the
Yeah,
freezer.
but I got one
like.
I got one that's great. It's like a pad.
Yeah, that thing.
And I mean, no matter how cold or frozen
yeah.
it is, it manipulates.
It's like a
it.
gel.
Frozen. Yeah, like I know what you're
It's
talking
an
about.
ice. They call it an ice pack. But
Yeah.
I
have
love
one of those
that
too.
thing.
We got
That helped
two of
me
those
with my elbow.
Yeah,
a
we
lot.
got two of those.
I
yeah.
have one of them also.
Oh, they're
for my
awesome.
knee, I have one that fits for my knee for my golf knee when I get
Golf knee. When
Well,
Jake
that's good
golfs.
though. I mean, we should celebrate. I mean, it means Greg can swing away now.
We'll give him a little love. Give him a little love. There
Swing
you
it
go.
away, Greg. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you drinking there?
Zwickel.
Zwickel?
This is by the Schnickelfritz people.
Zwickel by the Schnickelfritz people.
Yeah.
Dear God, that's a mouthful.
It's a good one. but
You would have an
very,
enormous Schwanzstücke.
He's going to be very popular.
Yes.
By the Schnickelfritz.
Yes.
Zwickel.
Would you like a Zwickel, John?
Say, hey, baby, would you like to play with my Zwickel? Why don't you play with my
want a Zwickel?
Zwickel and we'll get a Schnitzelfritz going?
Here, you might want this.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
they're
another
little
thing I'm
juice-
missing. I see it though. It's not far away.
He's got one over here. Jay's got paper towels right there.
Yeah. Well, that's why I gave him that paper
Oh,
towel.
okay. Did you blow your nose in it?
No. I just wiped the floor with it.
So I'm not going to do it where I put my mouth.
No. I meant for when it explodes all over the place.
Oh, because it fell on the ground?
Yeah.
Oh. So should I give it a...
Mine exploded. That's why I gave you the paper towel.
You
It's
sick
probably gonna
motherfuckers.
Protect it?
No. It's probably going to leak on the ground. Don't open it over your table.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not a tumor.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
All right, I'll say it.
Well, I didn't even get a
What
sip.
the hell are you drinking?
What is that? I didn't even get a
Zwickle.
full-on sip. I just got foam. And I was like, whoa, that's full of flavor.
Zwickle.
Is there got to be a fruit in there?
No, it's a Bavarian lager. I don't think so.
I haven't taken a swig yet. Let me see.
No. Just a Zwickel. It's pronounced Zwickel, sorry.
Zwickle.
It's pronounced Zwickel, sorry. I'm reading
Zwickel.
the label.
A Zwickle.
It's just a
Urban chestnut.
Yeah, it's just a German lager.
These urban chestnuts.
That's nice.
It's good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
transitioning again today, Jay?
Yeah, it's my Friday's my transition day. Sorry.
Every week, Jay. Every Friday, Jay transitions. He can't make up his
I'm
mind.
a little slow. Sorry. Holidays and events. There it is.
There. Getting more
I need to
comfortable.
do an adjustment.
I know.
myself.
See what happened to do?
I'm all out of
I'm all out of
weird-
whack.
I'm used to be able to swing mine when I want and just
Wacky noodle.
Swing
Yeah.
low.
Sweet cherry.
Ooh, getting a little shock there. All right, let's do
Shocker!
this.
Took you long enough to find that button.
Oh, mine's giving me shocks.
Ah!
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
What an asshole! Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com and buzzsprout.com and iTunes or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter. On Instagram and YouTube Live.
On our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, Bob and
moving
John
shit.
Super Duper Friday
He's
Power
moving
Hour,
shit.
and on Untapped Jay's Brew and Domestic Pick. Oh God!
Watching you scamper.
See, I knew I didn't pack it, but it was over there. I mean, I know it by heart, kinda, but I
Kinda.
like it as a backup, you know?
It was like a dog trying to.
He's that one eye going, can I go this far? Can I really go this far?
So if you're only listening, you need to watch.
Yeah.
Especially with no special effects.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be wonderful.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of the dog on the Foghorn Leghorn. You go out and get hung.
I would have been fine, but I clipped it. That's how I got stopped.
Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy.
If I didn't clip it, I wouldn't have run out of rope.
Oh God.
Oh, my muffins are ready.
Oh, I wish I was Beyonce.
I wish I was Beyonce.
Aromatic.
The most aromatic kind of flavor.
It's very aromatic.
There it is. That's what I was looking for. I found
These guys make good beer, man.
Yeah, they do. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. You guys have been drinking a
I've
lot
had
of it.
several of
Everyone
them
I've
now,
had.
and it's good. They do
Yeah,
good
but
shit.
I actually found more Schnickel Fritz and bought more.
Oh, yeah?
Schnickel
Is it usually hard to find?
Brought more. Yeah, I haven't really seen it around here. I mean, it's a Michigan thing, I think. It's,
You get it,
I think they're from.
I think you said that last.
I think it was Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Missouri. Sorry, St.
Missouri.
Louis. St. Louis,
Missouri.
St. Louis,
Missouri.
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 If you're closer to the actual place, don't they
Missouri.
say that? Missouri?
I don't know. I just know in the Outlaw Josie Wells, the one officer looking at him, you Missouri scum.
So I found this calendar thing on online, timeanddate.com has a It tells what how these.
John's playing with his hole.
Get your finger out of there.
You got to.
Hey, boys!
But I found all these, and that's one of these annoyances that like every day has a name.
Okay.
Like, well, today's the day we're recording this is the 17th. It's a National Take a Hike Day.
No, that's the day we're broadcasting it. It's actually going up. Today's the 10th.
Oh, today's the 10th. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what day it is.
So the 17th is go take a hike day.
Today's Vanilla Cupcake Day.
I wish I was Beyonce.
Yep.
Does that mean you have
My
to?
muffins are ready.
You have to eat cupcakes.
It tells what it means. Vanilla Cupcake Day is the annual excuse to bake and consume copious amounts of vanilla cupcakes.
I call that a Tuesday.
So I just
You like
thought it was
cupcakes?
They're not bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bake them.
I was gonna say you're more. If you're gonna bake something, you'd make a brownie. I've seen you make brownies.
Or a
I've
chocolate
never
chip
seen
cookie.
You, yeah, but I've never seen you make cupcakes. That's why I asked you.
Like I need to bake anything.
Sunday's happy hour day.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot eat.
Oh, well,
Sunday's
I guess we're
happy
gonna have
hour
to
day?
do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Maybe we should start participating in days.
Oh fuck no.
Hey, Peter, it's 7 o'clock and you've still got your pants on. What's the occasion?
No, everything's a fucking day now.
I know. I think there's a day for every day.
There is. Well, there is.
No, there isn't. Well, where's? Oh, I get.
There
Is my birthday and I'm the asshole day? Is the asshole day? That's when I can wrap my head around.
Your birthday's 26th.
It's coming up, eh? Yeah, it's coming up here.
We don't discuss those things.
Your birthday.
You're gonna be older than me soon.
I'm always older than you.
Your birthday's cake day.
Oh, look at that! It's perfect. We got to get Bob a cake.
It really is.
It doesn't
cake
happen
day.
to be on
That's
a
hilarious.
Thursday, is it? Oh no, a Friday.
Sunday.
Ah,
Yeah, it's on a Sunday.
doesn't mean we can't bring cake to the.
So guess what I'm going to do for 3 hours of my birthday?
Bake a cake.
No. Watch fucking football. Undisturbed.
We're gonna have to come over.
Undisturbed.
No. We're coming over. We don't want you to be alone like that on your birthday.
Am I being paranoid or is he busting my balls?
Oh no! You know what we forgot?
What?
My shakers.
No, more important.
What's
That I
that?
can make do. We can work with it.
Oh, do you need a bottle opener?
No.
Glasses.
Yep.
Ooh,
That's okay. I
that's-
have. We can use. I got cups.
They're up
Just
there.
thinking
They
about
are
it.
upstairs. They're not packed. So
We could do it next week.
no, you can't.
We
you're
can use
doing this
cups. I
constantly.
got cups. We got cups.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Wait.
Jay, word of the
We
day.
Drink out of the. Oh yeah.
Jay has a word of the day, folks.
Somewhere. Here it is.
You'll always have a place to drink here, you degenerate scumbag.
Actually, I got to get the correct pronunciation of this.
There's a lot of unbroken sticks.
John's got like fucking props now back there. Every time I look, he's got a fucking props.
Jesus.
I got.
Where?
These
Where?
were all broken.
I'm looking for Jesus.
I thought these were all broken.
Oh dear Lord.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Your balls are showing.
This isn't John's percussion podcast.
Oh, I thought Jay was looking something up. I was just trying to buy time.
You're doing good.
We have music for that.
I'm looking at. I'm just trying to get the correct pronunciation. Okay.
He's looking again. John will hang himself tonight.
Still doesn't. All right. This says how to pronounce it, so I guess this is it. I guess so. Maybe not.
What was it?
Borbergum.
Borbergum?
Borbergum.
By Burborgum. Burgum.
Borbergum.
Let's take a listen.
Borbergum.
Let's take a listen.
Borberger.
Borgerigum. Borgerigum.
Borbergum.
Borbergum.
It's BORBOR. YGM.
All right, I got to get my
Borbergum.
mind wrapped around it. What does it mean?
Borbigin.
A rumbling or gurgling noise produced by wind in the bowels.
John has that constant.
Yeah, I have that all the time. I walk around making bargaboils.
Borbergum.
Borgerism.
Borbergum.
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 Let's hear it again.
Borbergum.
Borbergum.
What language is it?
English.
I speak English.
Depends.
Borberigum. Borberigum.
Borberigum. Yeah,
Borberigum.
you got it. Borberigum.
Borberigum. Borberigum.
When I bend over to push the button, my ass will be the last thing you ever see.
I have Borberigum every day.
Its origin is French from ancient Greek.
Aha.
Okay, so it's a medical term.
When did those cross?
So
What?
Greeks and French.
When does anybody on this planet ever cross? You know somebody ruled somebody at some time there.
I get a little like flour smell.
That's the 409 I used to wipe down the...
No, it's only when I take a swig. It's the only time I smell it.
yeah, it's got a little floral.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hint to
it's
it.
nice. I got to do it again. It's crazy. It's only when you drink it. If I do that, I don't get it. It's only when you're drinking it. It must be just a small bit of aroma that rolls in your nose. It's fantastic.
Rolls in your nose.
And believe me, I'm not a huge, I don't love the smell of flowers. They actually I don't like them at all, to be honest with you. So I'm not a flower-loving fan.
Can I use your phone?
Why?
Because you want to. I can get our glasses hand delivered.
Why do you need my phone?
Because mine's over there charging.
What are you going to do? Order them right now?
Make a phone call up to upstairs.
What? You can use cup.
I don't understand what you're doing.
I was just going to call upstairs and see if one of them would bring our glasses down. That's all.
Okay. Now I thought you were ordering glasses for us to drink out of. I'm like,
what are you, stoned?
I don't. Yeah.
I can use
Silly
the cup.
me.
They're smaller. Okay. The sniffles.
The sniffles?
Damn CPAP.
There you go.
Borbergum.
Borbergen.
Hey, Linda. Could you bring down those two big glasses we use for the podcast?
No, have her lovely assistant bring them.
I can't hear you. Okay, yeah. If you were Rebecca, anybody up there, could bring it down. The dog. We're actually in the middle of the show right now. All right, thank you. Bye. I couldn't hear because you wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Welcome to the podcast.
Dear God.
We have a special guest.
Jesus H. Christ. Well, then let's get to it.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew. Chillin' with Jay's Brew. Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Nice catch. We're waiting for our glasses.
See, you should have waited. We could have been.
Oh. Maybe you should just, try to move things along.
What do you mean?
You're the one who's standing. The one who stands goes.
I'm
and gets
plugged
things.
in.
Take him you can't take him.
But the show, they're going to miss me.
We'll handle it. We'll talk shit about you while you're gone, so you can watch it later.
Rubble.
He hates leaving the camera. He loves you, audience. He really does. He can't get enough of you. He cannot get enough. Damn it. He can't get enough. Yeah, what's with this cold crap, too?
I know. So
all of a sudden, we were like at 70-some degrees and like humid.
I knew it
now
was
we're
coming.
like,
I called it. I said we're getting spoiled.
Yeah.
70 degrees in October. We're gonna
almost wasn't it like it's almost? It was 70 in November, wasn't it? Didn't we have it just in the beginning of November?
Probably the beginning of November.
And it like dropped right out from the bucket, dropped right out on us.
Yeah, it did.
See, there he goes. Look at that. No time at all. Me and Jay talked about the weather for 5 seconds and.
So, this is Grim Artisanal Ales. Foo-foo.
Oh, I wish I was Beyonce.
Foo-foo. This makes Fifi. This makes me want to get like a nice chair to sit into with like 2 little control panels, so you can sit there and hit things.
See, now we got to start brainstorming the new studio at some point.
I know, but we have less room than we did. That's the problem.
We just got to configure wisely. I think first of all, by moving in a corner, we're going to utilize space better. We were in the middle of that big area over there.
Yeah, we didn't need all that
space. So, I think we just need to configure the new table situation. I kind of like looking at the camera. Makes it a lot easier than having to, remember. When it's looking at me, I remember more often. Oh, yeah, people are watching.
I kind of like not dealing with the camera.
That's what I'm saying. Well, this might be a new configuration. We can make make the table a T.
I need that real comfortable chair with a with a little table thing here to go hit my buttons.
Maybe we should make it like the U.S. Enterprise.
There you go. Their chairs don't look like very comfortable at all.
Yeah, but when that space age bullshit, that's been some, there's some
ergonomics going on.
Yeah, definitely ergonomics.
Got you back with your own fucking word, didn't I? Ergonomic your ass.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes, I know ergonomics.
I know ergonomics because I've heard ergonomics from you thousands of times.
I live ergonomics.
So, yeah, Grim Foo-Foo.
I need a thing.
Uh-oh. Jay's got some. You need a thing?
You got a thing?
I got a thing.
I'm trying to get comfortable here. Oh, yeah, look at this.
You need a Star Trek chair.
No, I don't. They don't look comfortable.
You'd be surprised. You sit your ass in those, you're ready for a journey of the century.
Yeah, those space-age chairs made in 1960.
Okay, name of the beer.
Foo. Foo. F-O-O-F-O-O.
Foo. Fighters. That's it?
Kind of like that.
That's the whole
where
name?
I was going with this.
That's where he was going
That's
with
the whole
that.
thing.
From our top 10, get it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh, he gets it now.
Okay.
From what?
Grim, G-R-I-M-M.
That's the brewery?
Grim Artisanal Ales.
Artisanal ales.
Isn't this that one right there? Yeah, artisanal. What exactly does that
That's
mean?
not artisanal. This is artisanal brewery in Saratoga. This is Grim Artisanal Ales.
I know, but
in
when
New
we're
Jersey.
talking about artisanal, because now it's coming up more and more, what's that style? Like,
it's supposed to be like microbrew. It's just another way.
see, now, the first bit of information I got from them,
Who?
that brewery and that can right there.
Oh, artisanal.
Yeah. they were a Belgium brew facility.
Yeah.
So all of their beers were like, they didn't have cold beers.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be served room temperature, I believe.
Yeah, Belgians are usually warmer.
Yeah. So,
well, Belgians, Austrians, and Germans all are warm beer, right? Because isn't that how St. Pauli Girl is really supposed to be drank? Is a warm?
Yeah, a lot of them are warmer temperature served.
But we're Americans. We like them cold.
It depends on the style of beer. Like ales are typically supposed to be served on the
Well,
warmer
I'm assuming
side.
you chilled this.
But a lager, I did.
Okay.
We like our women hot and our beer cold.
That's right. That sounds like,
Oh my God, my pipe organ! Yay!
it sound like
This
Beetlejuice.
is pale ale, so
The ghost with the most, babe.
So, Foo
Is it
from Grim Artisanal.
Yep. This is a American pale ale. Comes in around 5.5%.
I like it.
Good, right? Color?
You said 5%?
5.5.
That definitely fits what it is, right?
Oh yeah,
Pale ale.
It's
definitely
a pale ale.
I would say that's probably a good 5 on that color, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Great color.
Yep. It's a 5
Great
on
color. What do you call it?
Great beer, by the way. What do you call it?
Although I'm not finding it on the website for Grim.
Uh-oh.
Kind of a downer. But
points are flying off.
yeah, they have all their other beers on here, but I'm not finding. This is a new beer, I know that, by them. And they don't usually do. Grim usually does a lot of sours for the most part.
Ooh.
But
So I probably already asked this. Where is this brewery from?
New York
Grim?
City.
New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
New York City.
New York City.
Yeah, by the way, when I went up there to get the glasses,
yeah,
your wife was like acting like I was rushing her. She's like,
why didn't I?
what did she say? She said, something like, excuse me for not moving fast enough, you drunks. That's what she said. I said, we're not drunk yet. Yes, we're not no, I didn't say anything. I did say we're not drunk yet.
Well, we can't get drunk without glasses.
They're not drunk yet. I think
They're all,
Oh, you're all angry now.
Is she?
They're all in that baby shower mode.
Yeah, they
could
got a
give
lot of shit
rat's
to
ass
do.
about this show. We wouldn't have seen those
yeah,
fucking
they
glasses
man.
until tomorrow.
Actually, they're pretty much glad we're out of the fucking way.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see it in their faces. Like, just go.
Just go. Just get the fucking glasses and go, okay? Oh yeah.
Bad men.
Before you came, I was like, I might not see you for the rest of the night. Good night.
All right. So I can't find it on the website. So that's already a negative.
Womp, womp, womp.
Do I? Do I?
I don't know. I don't know.
The
There it
aroma's
is.
nice. I mean,
Well, I try to smell nice for you guys, but
yeah. It's got a nice aroma, right?
Yeah. I think there's
Smells
something wrong with my
hoppy.
nose because I can't smell like this. But when I'm drinking it, I can smell it. Strange.
well, it is the congestion type. It is the cold and flu season.
It is. I'm sniffling.
I
away
would
here.
have, if it was up to my best judgment, I would have turned around and walked out of my job this morning. Sounds like a medical ward. It's just waiting to get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Denise is right on the other side, and all morning.
Hacking.
Shit. Oh.
Hacking. Yeah.
I mean, I just want to get out of there. And, you know, because there's a lot of also
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
on the other side of the room of the billers, so there's a lot younger girls. So there's more new moms, or not necessarily new moms, but, you know, young kids in school and stuff. All of them are sick, you know. because that's where it all starts. Is the schools. That's just a petri dish.
They're like
The only place is worse than
kids
that.
are
I
like
think
disease-carrying infestations.
is either an airplane or a subway car. Those are probably the only other two any worse.
That's why I take my vitamin C every morning, especially right when fall hits, all the way through until like June. I usually lay off for the summer.
Okay, so what are we going with aroma on that one?
Jay?
Oh, I'm waiting on you.
See, you got talking about other shit.
You started talking about it, not me.
I like the aroma.
They can hit you now. You're
I
closer.
think it smells nice. It's a great pale ale.
Yeah, but we
It's
got
on
to
the
mark,
style of
we
a
gotta
pale
mark
ale.
somebody down.
Uh-oh. We mark somebody down, all right.
Oh, we need some.
See, if I was on Untapped, I'd probably
What?
Well, this is
You're
try
on
to
Untapped.
end this. Yeah. Well, when I check it in, I
Oh,
guess.
You can hear the dog
Yeah.
speak. It's like having a little tiny horse up there.
I'm going to take a picture for later.
Yeah, because what's over there when we're over there?
Living room. Yeah, it's rug.
Oh, so you don't hear him.
Yeah. So you don't hear it, but over here is kitchen with the
I wonder if
tile.
the mics pick it up at all.
I just heard it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Listen.
It's like Ujula Gila.
Yeah, big one.
A big Ujula Gila.
Yeah. Actually, it's more like a horse, like trotting.
I'm going to end.
Now Jay's picking it up.
What?
I think I want to end here less than a 5, though.
What, on aroma?
No. At the end of the day, my ultimate end of the day score is going to be.
Oh, yeah, it's not a 5.
So I don't know where I'm going to mark it off because
Color's good.
I love the flavor. I
The
really
aroma's
do.
good. The flavor's good. Drinkability's okay. Well, the brewery size and location.
That's what's
it's
gonna mark it.
Brooklyn, New York.
But you isn't that where the points come off when the website isn't?
The website doesn't have it, so
That's
that
a big one. Yeah,
kind of stinks.
That's a big one.
It has 80 million other beers that they make because they throw a beer out every week. It seems like these guys, but yeah, they don't have this one on there.
I fixed my microphone stand problem.
So
now you can just do this.
Whatever
and you
floats
can-
your boat.
So yeah, I'm thinking 4 overall for this.
That's what I'm thinking.
4 feels right to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
4 feels right.
It got good overall reviews, but
Oh, it's
to
good
me,
beer.
It's good, but it's
we got
not-
on a
it's
rip,
not
and I
great.
think it's because you were just bringing fantastic beers. But we've given
This
a lot of
isn't
5s
great.
in recent history.
I'm kind of disappointed. I thought this was going to be better because
It's great,
yeah,
but like I'm saying, is we were starting to give 5s because you been bringing jackpots every time. We can't give everybody a 5,
yeah,
right?
right.
Here's your beer, asshole.
And I went to a new place too that has crawlers. by the
I was
way.
going to
this
say, I
isn't
saw
the
that.
same
I
label.
thought maybe they had a different label,
Yeah,
but
no,
different,
this was a Troy Beverage Center, which may or may not be supported by the Taliban. I'm not positive
Really?
on that. yeah, it was a little scary.
Questions?
It was a
Okay.
little scary there, but they have a great beer selection.
Hello?
The
Can I
way-
help you?
I
The
hope-
workers?
Not in my store, you
Well,
don't.
no, the owner.
What does my store get?
The owner. Yeah.
You know the owner?
No, well,
Oh.
I met the owner, but yeah, they're I don't know, whatever.
We put the
Yeah,
bomb in your crawler.
yeah,
Boom.
no. Yeah, they're not.
Hey, did they fail though? Are they the ones that
They
failed?
failed. Well, yeah, I told you the beer I was going to bring for
Yep. Yeah.
originally.
That's
I
important, right.
bought 3 crawlers because actually their prices are really good too. The one beer I bought, which was it was really good. He let me sample it, and it was fantastic. But the seal that he put, and I gotta get the guy was by himself too, so he was rushing to do it and trying to run the cash register and do this all at the same time and fill crawlers is kind of
He was Russian
effed
also?
up. So yeah, I don't
See
think
now,
so.
we stopped. Am I going to give anything away? What we did today?
No.
We stopped on the way here. Have a beer at Wolf's Hollow, and I was saying how because like the atmosphere is
Was it crowded?
It's full house, you know? Yeah. And the atmosphere is really nice. And see, they had 2 girls behind the bar and the dude when he wasn't taking care of tables.
The dude.
He's the manager.
And then even the
new
bearded guy, I
manager,
thought
the
he was one of
dude.
the owners or something.
He is. He's the brewer. That's Jordan. Yeah.
And he was and like so every
was on
like
his way
he's
out.
walking behind the bartenders and I'm watching your growler
And he
overflow.
clicked it off.
And he's walking by and just clicks
He's
it
like
off
that.
and keeps walking.
He's
you
like
know?
that. Yeah, he's
and
like
so
that.
like everybody's doing something that they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's left unattended. Yeah. There's plenty of hands on deck. You know, fuck big business.
Yeah. That was the new manager they hired there, and I forget his name all the time. But
the dude.
Yep.
I feel like I had seen him. But,
Yeah.
man.
John's never seen the movie, so he's probably not really referencing what we're going with.
Oh, you never saw that movie?
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
Really?
something about Lebowski.
The dude.
I think I saw parts of it. Or
You
something.
never saw that movie?
Oh, you gotta see that
God,
movie.
dude, love that movie.
I think I saw parts of it.
Don't
But,
fuck with Jesus, man.
What's the one with because they're having a bowling night for work, which
It's the same.
I would participate.
Half of the movie's in a bowling alley.
No, what about there was one with Bill Murray?
Oh no, that's Kingpin.
Kingpin, yep.
He always sends little clips from that because he had like that clear ball with the thing.
Who sends that to you?
The guy that's setting up this bowling thing. I would do it, but it's the day of my surgery, so I don't.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't think
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do-
probably
But I like that. Those lanes are really nice, actually. In Saratoga, right before you get to Broadway, if you come down 50, Strike
Yeah.
Zone. it's
Oh
called.
yeah. Oh yeah, I have that free thing I won at the golf tournament.
We've done.
I
What
won
is
at
it?
your golf tournament?
Like a bowling.
Bowling for 2. I won at
Because-
your golf tournament.
Bowling for dude.
Because they do the cool rock and bowl stuff like we were accustomed
bowling.
to that we used
We
to
used to
do.
do midnight bowling.
But the thing that I never knew they had until I went with work is they have a private room with your own private bar, private
Really?
bartender, and you can have all food caters, and you have 2 lanes
Really?
all to yourself.
Really?
Yeah,
Sweet.
it was fucking
Wow.
awesome.
What's that go for?
I don't know, but you know that's
That'd
what
be
that's
awesome.
what they're probably doing, which is awesome.
Yeah, that'd
that's
be
totally
fantastic.
fun.
Hey, I smell a CD release.
Hey,
Party.
there. All right.
We might not be able to play, but
That
we
sounds
could probably
like it.
figure out a way to play the CD while we're bowling.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right,
Yeah,
what's your
totally.
what's your final
All right,
grades
so
here? This is
I'm
like the
we
longest
gotta-
Jay's brew
no,
ever.
We're getting way off track here.
We usually don't do that.
I'm going with a 4.
Yeah, we went with a 4.
4.
Oh, okay.
Grim Fufu.
All right, I'll say it. What the hell are you drinking?
Grim Fufu.
Fufu from
Yeah,
Grim
little-
Artisanal.
Little disappointed. Grim's usually a great beer. One of the ones I like out of the micros.
It might have been your new guys, though.
It could be.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe I'll wait when they come out because they usually hit the bombers. They put a big bomber out a lot of times, so maybe they put it out in the bomber. We'll bring it back, but all right.
All right.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew. Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Hi, honey.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power
Yeah, baby.
Today's feature presentation of Glory will not be seen.
What? I love that movie. Oh, man, that's going to leave a big hole in their lineup. What's going to fill the glory hole?
In place of Glory, we will be showing Shaft, starring Richard Roundtree.
What? You can't just shove Shaft in the glory hole.
Yeah, I know. It'd be better to put in that movie about the 2 girls who meet Nixon. What's that movie called? Dick? Dick would slide right into that glory hole.
No, Dick's too short for that glory hole. But if you also put in Edward Furlong's movie, Pecker, you got Pecker and Dick in the glory hole, and you got a tight squeeze, but it ought to fit.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on iTunes and buzzsprout.com, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick. I'm going for 2,500 now. Past the 1,000 mark.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to with Bob and John
and Jay.
Oh.
Air top 10 tonight is going to be
all you hosers.
Hey, all you hosers. Our top 10 tonight there is going to be our top 10 for this evening is 90s bands. Not 90 bands. Bands from the 90s.
Do you understand the words?
Where is that?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And I'll go last, seeing that those guys came down here and I was doing my top 10.
Son of a bitch.
What? You don't have one either?
Oh, no, I got one.
Oh, all right. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Who is it?
Dave's not here.
Ooh.
It's me, Dave. Open up the door. I got the stuff.
Dave's here because Dave Matthews Band's my number 10.
Oh, the band just had a huge thing on Dave Matthews.
Whoop-lashing from these assholes.
Not me.
Not you.
Who?
Oh.
All the other bitches in the band were fucking...
We found out nobody in the band does not like Dave Matthews at all.
Well, I didn't say anything because fuck you guys.
Oh.
What, you didn't like that?
Fuck me. I didn't say anything bad about Dave Matthews.
I hit a touchy
But
subject
they did.
here.
But they did say that they acknowledge that they're good musicians.
Yes.
And that's kind of why it went in there. I mean, I always make my lists a little more challenging for myself rather than just pick my favorite stuff. They have to, you'll find tonight, I have a very specific category. So I took them because I have enjoyed going to shows, mostly for the party, and I've always appreciated
that's what
the
I said in the
fact, I know,
text.
and I appreciated your opinion on it. And they are good musicians. And so it was like, I put them on this, like, in the ballpark with Steve Miller.
Well, that's because we used to go every year, and you used to go every year.
It was that kind of thing. It was,
And hey, let me
one of the
just say,
few shows at SPAC in our backyard that, I mean, they don't have like they used to, where you had a ton of shows in the summer to choose from.
Right. And let me just say, I did my list by the. I didn't realize that
we had no rules this time.
We had no rules.
But I did my rules by the way we used to do our rules, that the album had to be released in the 90s.
All right.
Yeah.
So I may adjust
I was all
my
over the
list.
place.
I may adjust my list accordingly, but that's how I originally did my list, because they may not have made my list.
So everybody has the rules for their own list.
I'll have a big honorable mentions.
I couldn't even get 10
two
90s bands.
on the way to
Oh
Hooters.
God, I got a whole freaking
hanging with the fellas in the band that I totally forgot about that would have been on this list, but I did the research, and when I did my list, I chose to challenge myself and
Who were the
only
two?
get the top 10 bands from the 90s that were created or they started in the 90s.
Well, see,
not that you were popular already and then had an album, because there's a bunch of the stuff on the bottom of my list that
I did only ones that had an album, first album released in 1990 or later.
See,
So
now
that's
mine's
how
a
I
little,
did my
I think,
list.
tighter.
Oh, because we were
I had
talking
to
about
learn.
Dangerous Toys and Tora Tora.
Yeah, those two were. I love that shit.
Did we find out what they?
Yeah, it was before the band
Their albums dropped in 1990, though, didn't they?
Yeah. Especially like our favorite album,
Tor.
It was in the 90s for sure.
It was,
But they started in the late 80s. The band itself.
Yeah, you guys went two different ways, but that's all right. You can go whatever way.
Yeah, like I said. No, I mean, there's a lot of band. Like I left a few bands off that I definitely would have put on here because they just missed it.
John, you're number 10.
By the way, my last thing I have to say when I think about, and I haven't listened to Dave Matthews in a long time.
Me either.
But the last thing that I also remember about the music is the drummer was pretty good. So if I want to cover all those tunes, I listen to what I have to do, and the drummer's good. So, I mean, that interests me. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
So
that's all I got to say about that. Okay, Forrest.
So number 10, and this is little out of the box for me because it's not like a ton of the music was on my butt. The band was formed in 1991. I took Rage Against the Machine.
Nice.
I couldn't get into Rage Against the Machine.
I didn't say I was into them. I took them from number 10. I have at least one song from them that I dig. That doesn't help you at all, does it, Bob?
No, it doesn't whatsoever.
I'll look at my list.
Yeah,
my big list here. If you can read my hand script.
I'm sorry, I was setting all this up, so I didn't get time to do this shit.
Remember Dangerous Toys? Sporting a Woody? That song was
Sporting a Woody.
I love that song.
Wasn't that Jeff's song?
That was Jeff's handle.
It was his handle on the CD. Yeah. And I was just watching it the other night, and the lead singer, you got to watch it. He's acting like a female stripper. You know, I never even noticed it.
Who?
The singer in the video.
Hilarious. Jeff.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, wow, we haven't seen him in a while, but Jesus. Ooh, there's another one too.
Yeah, there's some on there. You'll definitely like.
Yeah. Oh, gee, they should be higher on my list right there. Okay, I got some here.
I figured it'd help you a little bit.
Thank you, because I was struggling.
I know.
The problem is I can't. I would probably go more with what Jay did, where their album dropped. Had to be in the 90s.
Well, that's what I just went by our old rules, and we never specified that, so it's whatever.
I'll go with my number 10 will be Bush. Oh, there too. Them. Jesus, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll go with Bush.
Bush.
I know there was some I came across. I was like, oh yeah, oh shit.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
I forgot about a lot of them. So.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what the Rage Against the Machine song I dig was. Is it the one that goes?
Just give me my 10.
Because this is the name of.
My number 9 is the Black Crowes.
Woohoo! That's not my number 9, but I do like the Black Crowes. Although I think their lead singer's a douchebag.
Yes,
though.
I definitely.
Chris Robinson's a douchebag.
We're not judging. But
yeah,
yes.
we're not. We're judging on their music, not on what they are.
My Rage Against the Machine song was.
You're still on that, huh?
Killing in the Name of. I think that's. So my number 9.
I do think Tom Morello is a fantastic guitar player for Rage, and I dig interviews with him. He's a real intelligent guy and really into music and everything. So I do enjoy listening to him when I get to hear him speak in an interview or something.
Yeah, personality goes a long way.
Yeah. Black Crowes. I keep forgetting they released theirs in
1990.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I always put them more in the 80s.
But I came across.
I wouldn't have done it because I think the band started.
Yeah, you went different.
Hardcore challenge.
You went hardcore challenge. So,
all these ones on the bottom. My bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not true. Oh, I ran across some doozies. I just had to listen. You know what I mean?
We ended up having.
I got to listen to this song.
We ended up having that story of going to get Aerosmith tickets for Pump tour at SPAC, and the first leg of their tour was supposed to be Joan Jett, and we were all pumped up. We're like, "Oh, it's gonna be great! See Joan Jett, Aerosmith. That's gonna be awesome." By the time we went and got the tickets on sale, it was the Black Crowes. Yeah. We're like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Yeah.
Because nothing Jealous Again hadn't even really hit.
We didn't know who they were. At
all. But then by the time we saw the show, we were like, "Cool, the Black Crowes are opening up," because everything had. hard to handle
I
and
still
everything.
would have
had
liked
dropped.
to seen Joan Jett, though.
Yeah, that would have been good. Either one would have been good. So what's your number 9?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So far, this podcast is going to be like 3 hours.
That's what I was trying to tell you before. Break it in. We could have eaten. And now I'm worried about. Never mind. I took Korn, number 9.
Like Korn?
They started in 1993.
Yes.
All I can remember is Korn.
And again,
they make the weird,
especially
like guy lead singer makes
now I feel like I need a disclaimer for every one of my choices because I know the band's listening. They'll be like, "What the fuck were you saying about that?" So when I'm down to a limited list because I'm challenging myself to pick.
Guys, he's challenging himself.
I have to. I got to take bands that aren't my favorites. Not even like I even own a fucking song. It might be. They did a song that
Korn.
I really dug,
yeah.
and they fit the qualifications. Loosen up, guys.
John likes to do that when he masturbates.
I know,
Challenge
you're
himself.
okay. You didn't bust my balls.
John likes to.
Tom and Chris, you loosen up.
Greg was in on it.
Little bit, but I think you.
None of them like Dave Matthews Band.
No,
I didn't even know what they were talking about because they kept using DMB.
Yeah, they were
and I'm
saying
like,
DMB.
The fuck is
and then if
DMB?
you add a U, it's dumb, and they were totally bashing. And I know they listen to the show. So
Yeah.
you're bashing me. That's the way I feel, anyway.
Oh, you're all angry now.
Assholes.
All right. Take it down a notch. That's why your blood pressure's so high.
Now you know. Why? Because of my band. That's why. No, that's bullshit. It's my work.
It's not your
If I didn't
C-
have to go to my job, I'm sure
It's
I
not your
wouldn't have.
CPAP, it's your
I'm just messing
band.
with you assholes.
Should I go with my number 9 now?
Yeah.
My number 9 is going to be Everclear.
All right.
They had a lot of good. They had a lot of good albums.
See,
I don't
now-
know why they just fell off the face of the earth either.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
What was your favorite song?
Never got real huge.
From Everclear.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
See, I was trying to make notes of at least, and I didn't make them for all of them, but I tried to make
AM
notes
Radio was a good song. Was a good one of theirs. See, the problem is I haven't heard them in a while.
They
So
just never really hit it big, but yeah, they had a lot of good songs.
yeah, they were all over.
Yep.
They were in the mid to late 90s. They were all over the place.
Yep.
And then they had like 3 or 4 albums, and then they just went
Yep.
disappeared once about 2000 hit. But I
It was
can't
a rough year for music,
What?
but then it only got worse every year after that. So
I think it got worse every year after 1990.
that's what I'm saying.
For me, anyway.
Yeah.
For me, the 90s especially was like a barren ghost land of music. But they had a lot of good stuff. For a 3-piece band, they were really good. So that's my number 9. Jay, your number 8?
I'll go with Green Day.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Green
Yeah,
Day,
see-
a lot of little punk, little metal, a little bit of everything there.
See, there was a bunch of bands listed for the 90s, but they started way before the 90s. Tons of them.
Yeah, you
know what I
you
mean?
really went.
Green
That's
Day
why I
dropped
came to
in
my
1990,
conclusion. You know,
so-
the first list I looked at had Black Sabbath, AC/DC,
Oh, yeah.
Aerosmith. Yeah, so they had songs
You
in the
can
90s.
list all
but,
of
you
it.
know,
There's a
Yeah.
ton of bands that hit
right. So that's
before
how
the
I came
90s,
to
but
my
they were
conclusion
big in
how
the
I went,
90s.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ways you could look at this. But,
Right. Yeah.
So,
All right, where are we at?
number 8.
Year number 8.
I went with Matchbox 20.
You never really get into them.
They had a couple good songs.
They always them and who's the other band I'm thinking of? I'm not gonna be able to at the top of my. That was another one I couldn't really get into. Everything seemed to sound the same, and it sounded like he was just like screaming for his girlfriend or something constantly. Or something, I don't know.
Well,
Never
I
thought.
realized how difficult the list became when I put the cuffs on me, as far as the band being created in the 90s, like starting in the 90s.
Yeah.
That changed my whole list. But I went with it. I wanted to, because I listened to a lot of music in the 90s. And I forgot about a lot of them. And after I did this list and we were on our way to Hooters, that Tora Tora came on, and I love that
I
song,
think-
Walking Shoes, man. I love that. But the band actually started before the 90s.
I
they
think-
just hit in the 90s. You know?
I think I began to listen to more began to listen to more songs than bands. You know what I mean? In the 90s, like I liked a song from this band, or I liked one song from that band, or so I never grasped onto a lot of bands in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my number 8 is going to be Green Day. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah, I mean everything that Jay said, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I hate punk. I hate the original whole punk thing.
Yeah.
The Ramones and
Yeah, I'm not.
the only one that came to me
fans of
to me the only ones that came out of the punk era that I liked at all were the Clash.
The Clash.
Yeah, the Clash, because the Clash had more, did more rock with it,
Right.
with melodies and stuff and everything.
Right.
I feel like they were real musicians, not just a bunch of.
Yeah, the Ramones, I'm not a fan of.
No, and the
Everybody
Sex
loves
Pistols, I could care less either.
Me either.
But Green Day
kind of melded that whole.
Yeah, they kind of reminded me of just a modern day Clash a little bit.
A little bit of metal, a little bit of bit of rock, a little bit of
even a little bit of
there.
funk in some of their stuff and everything.
Yeah, Green
that
Day,
bass player is awesome.
Great band.
I know we played some, and
yeah,
as simple as it sounds, there's a bit of a challenge to.
Oh, there is definitely.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's why it's not just straightforward punk.
No,
though
it seems so straightforward.
Yeah,
but it's
not.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah. So Jay, you're number 7.
Sublime. Going Sublime. The West Coast alternate here.
Yeah, that one song killed me. What was their one big song there?
Early in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That one. They actually have a great. They have a lot of good songs. So if they're pretty deep on their.
Deep. Oh, you know what? I know one that I didn't see on there. That
you better adjust.
I think.
Like some Sublime.
Isn't
Don't
they count as 90s band? I don't even think.
Yeah,
you had that on your list.
I think I came across them somewhere. Yeah,
Oh, I
pretty
gotta
sure.
put them higher
Pretty
on my
sure,
list.
right?
Yes, they do. Even
Pretty sure
on
you're
my
right.
list, they qualify.
Pretty sure
They
right.
began in '91, according to mine.
And we'll get to it, people.
Yep.
So your number 7 was Sublime. John, your number 7?
Blink 182.
All the small things.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of a. They remind me of a Green Day light.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not as sophisticated, kind of more poppy end.
Oh, I'm surprised, John, by your list. Your list is surprising me.
Well, that's why I did it the way I did, because it forced me to really kind of dig a little deeper into the true 90s.
Yeah, they were definitely on. So.
Because I listened to it. I love, there was some good music that came out, and they certainly weren't stuff that I went out and bought CDs for, but still was good music,
Yeah.
John, your number 7 was Blink 182, right?
Correct.
Correctamundo. My number 7 is going to be No Doubt.
And I thought about that one, but I didn't go there.
Number 1, Gwen Stefani's hot, and she can sing.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
And
That's all the reasons why I almost did that.
You know how we get when we have rocker chicks. You know what I mean?
I love rocker.
Why do you want that beer so bad? Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Pink may not necessarily be rock.
She gets into some rock though.
She does,
I
but
think, she has like a crossover pop.
Her
rock
and
type of
Fergie.
thing. Yeah, Fergie's just so hot too. So hot.
Jackpot.
Yeah, but no doubt had they had a bunch of really good songs too and everything too.
Absolutely.
They were different. You know what I mean? They kind of had that like ska reggae type of feel into it.
No, there's no doubt they're great.
There it is. He's here all week, folks.
Yeah, and he didn't even realize it. I think at first he's like, "Why are they laughing at me?"
I totally did. It was so funny.
Do you understand the words that are
coming out of your mouth? don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Jay, you're number 6.
I'm gonna go. I'm doing a flip flop here.
Flip flopper.
I'm going with Incubus.
Oh
I
my.
couldn't tell you an Incubus song if you held a gun to my head and said, "Name an Incubus song, or I shoot you." I'm dead. Not a one.
No,
I would recognize something.
No.
Incubus. I did a little flipper there, but
It's even.
What are they? I don't even know. I can't even tell you what's the genre.
I think they're alternative.
Alternative?
Could consider alternative. No,
Like heavy alternative?
yeah,
Like
more
a
so.
Tool almost type of thing?
No, not quite
No,
that.
a little bit
No,
lighter.
They're I'd just say straight alternative, but
Not gay
yeah.
alternative?
No.
Hi.
Hi. No, yeah, just alternative.
John, you're
Yeah.
number 6?
This is the one I've been waiting for, folks.
I don't have a drum roll.
No, nothing. So, my original first round did not include this band, and I was looking forward to upsetting Tom by it. But the new
Godsmack?
No. No. I think I looked into that. They were actually too early, I think. But
Too early than the 90s?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
They actually had an album out before. Well, whatever. You're listening.
My-
Okay, continue.
So they weren't on my original list, but because I had to pick from bands that started in the 90s, my number 6 is Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
My first list didn't have them.
Pearl Jam's not on my list.
And
They wouldn't have made my list any way, shape, or form.
it wouldn't have made my first
And
list.
again, I think they're great musicians. I think they're a great band. I just, for some reason, I've tried numerous times over the years to connect with their music, and it falls flat every single time. And I do not know why. I have no clue why. I would think I would like them. I'd be like, this should be a band for me.
Yeah.
But they don't make it. It just won't. It won't do it.
I know. I met some really hot women that loved Pearl Jam. Go to every single show, even cross state lines.
Are their
stuff.
names Tom?
I think so.
Cross state lines like it's a kidnapping. Cross state lines.
Well, how often do you go to show on a different state? It's got to be good.
We've done it.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be a good show if you're going to do that. Or you got to love them. You got to love them.
You gotta love them.
Hey,
you gotta love them.
It happens, though. That's what everybody is a little different. That's what's beautiful. A lot of people love you, too.
Thank you.
It's here all week, folks.
I feel like I'm going to be here forever, folks. Was that number? Your number 6? Is that where we at? Okay, so my number 6 is going to be Soundgarden.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Is that? Hold it. No, 6.
See,
because they actually,
yeah, right. Okay, Soundgarden.
They were one
6.
of the ones I actually left off my list because they actually started in '88. So
Yeah, see, I got
But their album, the first album,
I have
was their
them
first
started
album.
in '88.
Oh, then I can't use them.
That's why I left them off my list. That was on my mentions.
I had Soundgarden on mine, but mine says they formed in '84.
Well, they formed in '84, but their first album came out in '88.
All right, so my number 6 is going to be Counting Crows.
All right.
Which is one of those bands that you just, they're weird. They're like, whatever happened to them? And then they would pop up with a hit. You know what I mean? But they got some good stuff. They're a little bit more poppy, a little bit more, not heavy.
They were on my
heavy
huge
rock.
list.
Yeah, they're on my big list.
Yep.
Definitely.
So I'll go with them for number 6. And you're number 5, Jay?
Pearl Jam.
You'll see.
The Jam. There you go, Tom.
Hope
Pearl
you're happy.
Jam represented.
You're lucky. I shifted gears.
Yeah, do
Your band would be out.
Your rant actually made me drop him down a little bit because
Oh.
I had him higher, but I don't want Tom to get mad at me.
See how it works? It's like politics.
Oh, you're all angry now.
You're on your soapbox. So you're very intimidating up there.
John, will we start talking like this?
No, their live stuff actually is, I don't know. I like them. I just like them. Whatever.
Tom likes them
Moving
too.
on. Moving on.
We've played some Pearl Jam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom likes them?
Oh, Tom loves Pearl Jam. Are you
Loves
kidding me?
Oh, all right.
The Pearl Jam to him is probably like Kiss to me.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah?
he loves Pearl Jam.
Loves them.
Loves them.
Oh, sorry, Tom. I actually had them higher.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, so you actually were
blame
making
John for that.
Tom and John are gonna have a screaming match next Wednesday over the Dave Matthews Band Pearl
know.
Jam rap.
He keeps bashing me or texting.
Oh.
You get along real well in person.
Text bashing.
Texting, we don't get along anymore.
Well, he wasn't directly talking to you, so it wasn't a group text. So it was the whole thing. Yeah, but everybody jumped on that. Everybody,
I know.
and they all kind of.
I didn't know there were such haters.
Yeah, him and Chris jumped on the '90s Aerosmith too, which I dig the '90s. I dig '90s Aerosmith.
All right. I still dug Cat Scratch Fever. 9 Lives.
9 Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the last one they did that was any good. Just Push Play was shit. After that, I lost the
I don't
whole.
think I have Push Play. I don't think
They had
I have
one song, Jaded. That was the only good one, and the rest of it was shit. Shit, I say shit. But
crashed my Blazer with 9 Lives playing.
did you?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should play it then.
I know. I think we
So
should.
what was your number 5, John? Did you go to your number 5? Your number 5, John.
I don't think he did.
Bush.
Bush.
Is that why you drink it? Bush.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there.
Yeah, for the first couple albums. After that, I kind of lost.
Yeah.
I think their first 2 albums was pretty decent.
Like I said,
Glycerine.
I don't think any of these are anything that I've followed to the extent that I have every album.
I think when
or maybe not
I have the
even
first
one.
2. I have the first two Bush
My
Bush
number
albums.
1 I do.
And actually, I played.
And even my number 2 I do.
My number 1 I do, and my number 2 I do also,
Yeah.
and my number 3 I have a lot.
All the rest of the ones
Number
from here
4.
on
Actually,
out,
my number-
I have the album.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm
You
gonna.
do too.
I just made another adjustment.
So it's my number
That's
5,
my
right?
Mm-hmm.
4.
I only
And
have
my
4
number
bands, so
two.
I have to come up with a 5.
I just changed that because my number 3 I have all their albums, and my number 4 I don't think I do.
I put my number 5 here, and I'm cheating on this one.
Cheater.
But I'm only
Cheater.
cheating myself.
You're cheating everyone,
Because
Bob.
his first original album, he hates so much, and it was like December of '89. It
Lenny
debuted.
Kravitz.
In the summer
No.
of 69.
It would be Richie Kotzen.
Oh.
And the bulk of his work is in the '90s and 2000s and stuff. So, but I'm putting Richie Kotzen in number 5. I don't care what anybody says.
All right.
What? It's
Yeah.
like one of his solo deals, or
As a solo.
okay.
Because his first album that he put out his kind of like a Satriani Steve Vai shredding album that they kind of the record company forced him into going that direction. And that's when he left the record company and went his own way. So he doesn't even really count that album, even though in his discography it shows up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even, right out of his head, doesn't even think about it. So I'm going, obviously, I got into Richie Kotzen through the Winery Dogs, but he's an amazing, unfound talent, I feel. That's just amazing guitar player, singer, songwriter. He's what do they call that in baseball? He's a 5-tool. They call it 5-tool. He's got it all.
The only thing I can think of one of the last podcasts we is 2 balls in a strike.
2 balls in the strike.
That's all I can think.
How did I not make that on the name of the thing? 2 balls in the strike. Yeah. So I go Richie Kotzen number 5. What's your number 4, Jay?
Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, that's a good
STP.
one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That one would have been on my list, but they actually formed in '89. So close.
But they dropped their first album in 1992.
Absolutely.
Great album, too,
Yeah,
Purple.
great album.
No,
Yeah.
Core.
STP was awesome. I totally was into STP.
Purple was their second album, I think.
Yeah, a lot of great songs.
Obviously, I'll be
and-
getting to STP later on my list. But, I mean, yeah, the list of songs is ridiculous.
I know.
We played some STP, too. Matter of fact, we are going to be playing some STP.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's on our big band list that everybody was like, yes.
Vaseline, I would like to play.
Oh, that's a bitch. That's
I
a
know,
cocksucker.
That's the problem, but
Yeah. We played a lot. We played Vaseline. I think we played Cracker Man. We played Interstate Love Song. There's a bunch of other ones we did play, too.
Spoon Man.
That's Soundgarden.
That's Soundgarden.
Yes, I knew it was in there.
But that's not STP.
I couldn't use either one of those.
Oh. You're number 4, John?
I went with Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything that's farther up on my list. The Foo.
They definitely
As in Jay's Foo.
formed 94, it says.
Yeah, they could come in any formation. Listen, Dave Grohl started that. We might as well just say the Dave Grohl band. It really, what I mean? He's in control of everything. It's his, it's his monster all the way through. But I hate Nirvana, and who would have thunk the drummer for Nirvana would be 500 times more talented than I think either of the other two guys are.
Well, that's what was whirling around in my head, and I said, "Shut up." That's what I said to myself. Shut up, because
shut up.
Because how much of it was, how much of their Nirvana's success was Grohl?
From a songwriting entity, from creating the songs and stuff, none. I don't think he didn't write anything. That was all.
Collaboration. I think I don't know a little bit.
From the stuff I've heard from Dave Grohl in his time in Nirvana, he was the drummer in Nirvana. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
He really didn't have much to do with the writing
I don't know.
part.
I was just questioning.
Because he said he used to go home when they weren't on tour, and he would start recording the songs that became a lot of the Foo Fighters stuff on his own. So he really didn't put forth that much. It was Cobain was the whole really basically, I think, from a songwriting standpoint.
You got to give credit when it's due.
Yeah. My number 4 is Buck Cherry. Love me some Buck Cherry. They kind of remind me of having like a Guns type of feel almost.
Yeah, I got that on the big list there.
Yeah. No, I got all their albums. I love Buck Cherry. That is one of the bands I was happy to see in the 90s.
Don't they do Crazy Bitch?
Yes.
I love that song. Love that song.
Actually, it's probably one of my least favorite songs.
That's my favorite. I love that song.
They have so much better stuff.
I love that stuff.
But Buck Cherry. Jay, your number 3?
My number 3 is Tool.
Tool. He said
Love
Tool.
Tool.
Did they do all that stuff with the grinding?
No. That was that's Korn. With a
9 Inch Nails.
That was
Tool's
Korn.
just straight
9
up
Inch
hard.
Nails did a lot of it
Yeah,
too.
Tool's just straight up hardcore metal stuff.
I think they call that more industrial metal.
Industrial
metal.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've heard that thrown around with Tool being the
They're
father of
actually still,
industrial metal.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're never in their videos.
Tomorrow night at Perfect Circle's playing at Times Union Center, wherever the hell they fucking call it now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
The Pepsi Arena, the Knickerbocker Arena, the Times Union Center.
Whatever they call it this month.
The Knickerbocker.
Oh.
I always just remember them with their videos because they were never in their videos.
They're crazy
and they just had
videos.
they were right in the forefront of real crazy videos.
Yeah, they got some crazy videos.
And that was early 90s, wasn't it? When they first hit.
Tool was 93.
Yeah. Yep. John, your number 3.
Oh, see?
Oh, see?
Now I know why you look so confused.
Okay.
It's all clear as day now. Those assholes were busting my balls before I said my number 3, which is Dave Matthews Band.
They weren't busting your balls. They were just talking about Dave Matthews. You took it personally.
No, I thought it was because they were busting my balls from a previous. Because I don't know what show we're on.
No. It's got. They had nothing to. They had no clue that you liked Dave Matthews at all.
Right. Now I know that.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking they watched the show and they know my list.
That they traveled back in. That they went forward in the future and then traveled back in time.
Really assholes, like I was thinking.
Looking for a little slab and pickle.
All right.
Yeah, so you saved your own asses.
Oh, my muffins are ready.
So coincidentally,
it's only 5.5. I just wanted to make.
I don't even know how they got started on that, the Dave Matthews thing.
Well, now it's very coincidental. Isn't that funny? And like I said, they're good musicians.
This is like 3 hours. How long are we
And it was a
going
good party.
Oh my goodness. It feels like 3 hours. Oh my god. Oh my god, my pipe organ.
I know.
Oh my God, my pipe organ! Yay!
Get to your number 3. Is it your number 3?
That was your number 3. My number 2, all right? Or no, your number 2. Or number 3.
Well, what was? Your number 3 is Dave Matthews. We don't need to go. We know Dave Matthews.
Your number 3.
My number 3 is the Black Crowes.
All right.
Yeah, love me some Black Crowes. And, Remedy, and they had a whole bunch of good stuff. That we saw them a couple of times. We saw them at Saratoga Winners, if you recall.
Yeah.
We went up and saw that in the spur of the moment. You guys played foosball all fucking night up there.
I love foosball.
Yes, you do.
Love me some foosball.
Jay, your number 2?
This I had a hard. My number 2 and my number 1 I had a hard time with here. I'm going with Foo Fighters here at number 2.
Foo Fighters. Big Foo Fighters fan here.
Yep. Love the Foo.
Love the Foo. John, your number 2? Is it Dave Matthews Band?
No. This one
again.
Real certain of actually my top ones because I loved these in the 90s. Blind Melon was I loved that shit. Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to stick a dagger in my eye.
Oh, it's fucking great. I love that shit.
Dear God. The fucking B-girl thing, whatever the fuck. Jesus Christ.
It was a great song.
No, it wasn't.
Tones of Home, great song.
I don't know anything after the B-girl because I hated them at the B-girl.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Probably another song band's not going to like.
Blind Melon?
Yeah.
Don't take anything so personal. You act like it's a personal affront to you.
That's right.
Oh, so personal. My number 2 is Stone Temple Pilots, little STP. Love me some STP. Sad that they're not going to ever, have any more with Dickhead because he died.
Yep.
They would have been on my list, but it started earlier.
Jay, your number 1?
Alice in Chains. Love some Alice in Chains.
Oh.
Still rocking it out to this day.
Yeah? Even though half the band is dead. The original bass player. The original bass player is dead too.
Yeah.
The original bass player and Lane Staley, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, the heart and soul
rock.
of that band is what's his face there, the guitar player.
They fucking rock the hell.
What's the guitar player's name? Shit, I can picture him.
Yeah.
Gobble Nimble Chew.
But he's the heart and soul of that band. That's why they're still going today.
They fucking kicked ass, man. I saw that concert at SPAC. They fucking rock. They still rock it out to this day.
That was a band I kind of was in that realm. They're in the realm of Pearl Jam for me. They didn't quite connect with me, but I don't dislike them. You know what I mean? They just didn't connect with me.
That's
your number 1.
I'll have opinions.
Your number 1.
Your number 1.
Your number 1.
Candlebox.
Oh, Candlebox.
Yeah, baby.
All I remember is that one song. I remember playing that with the band.
I forgot about them totally.
Whatever.
They had some great shit.
Pat's Basement.
Maybe.
Yeah, I love that.
Pat the Beekeeper.
The what?
Pat the Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, was that his? Was that?
Yeah,
his
he
favorite?
loved Candlebox.
Did he?
I think that was the
Yeah.
first time I ever heard Candlebox was in Pat's basement.
Wow, we played that one song by Candlebox, the one big hit they had there.
They have some good songs.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
I saw them live.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it was like a RPI or something with Carrie.
Oh, that's the reason why you went to him. It wasn't to go see Candlebox.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No,
Yeah,
I have the CD.
Candlebox.
The
Yeah,
CD
definitely.
that I have.
Oh, yeah,
has
they would
good
have definitely
tunes.
made my list. I
Yeah.
forgot about them.
Yeah.
Me.
My number one is Foo Fighters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I very much dig the Foo Fighters.
Don't you go away. Oh, yeah, I got into it when I was doing this list. I was like, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. I had to listen to it. I must have listened to it 3-4 times. Some good songs.
And I think like Grohl, the way he is able to express his the way he loves music history and everything so much is very much appealing and interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, yeah, he's a great rock star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best right now, I think.
Well, he's the GOAT. That's the only problem I have with him, and it's not his fault. It's all these American Music Awards and the Grammys, any kind of show like that doesn't do rock and roll anymore, and they're just like, we need a rock guy. Oh, call Dave Grohl. You know what I mean? Dave Grohl will show up. You know, sometimes I feel like they just call him just to have the basic rock guy.
That's true.
All right, that's our top 10 90s bands. I'm glad we got through that because that only took
See
us
how I did time travel there? Like
I know.
got angry at the band about something that came out later in the show.
See how
you
didn't
that
even
is?
realize. Yeah,
That's how difficult time travel is, guys. It's not easy.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's all, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
you can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on iTunes and Buzzsprout.com, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page of Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour, and on Tap to Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
Jay, what did you learn?
John needs a longer
headphone extension.
Oh, yes.
Headphone extension in this setup.
John, what did you learn?
Roby Boo Boo?
Time travel. That they weren't attacking your Dave Matthews Band on your list.
I like Dave Matthews.
Well, I do have an album or two.
John's
I think.
a big Dave Matthews fan.
Is that what you learned, John?
No, I think that's what the band learned.
You learned that the band aren't as big of assholes as you thought they were about 10 minutes ago.
That's true. That is
In
true.
time travel.
That's
time
exactly
travel.
right.
There was a lot of time
You
travel.
are
Time
less
travel's
asshole-ish
possible.
than I was thinking when we started.
Asshole mio.
I appreciate your openness. And
What an asshole!
And I learned that John lost his balls.
I know. It's the most terrible thing ever.
Couldn't find his ball. Can't find his balls. And he keeps sticking his stick in his hole over here.
Well, these are all the brokens. These aren't even the good ones.
Broken sticks. Oh, that sounds painful.
Well, it happens.
All right. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night,
Night,
guys.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Well, that sounds like a hot item.